Good evening, everyone.
How?
Hope we are well.
Hi.
Uh,
Friday, you feel good Friday.
Yay.
Well, you know, just started live, look. Click on that one.
so yes, it's nearly the weekend. So that's why I've put. Hey. I'm not late. It's dead on 9 o'clock with my clock, and that's what I'm going by. So I'm not late. So I'm just having my coffee, what Mr. P just made me. So did you manage to get out anywhere today, Ian? Yay, nay? I don't know about where you're. I'm gonna say.
I do some first.
Nature's
beauty. Hurry up.
It's 1 minute past 9. You lay it. Well, it is now, and I've been going a minute. But yeah, I don't know about where you are, but it's absolutely peed it down all day today. And I mean all day, quite literally. Hi, Sonia, how are you? Oh, it's got, it says there's images up tonight of tonight's sunset. There you go.
Ooh.
But rubbish. It's been atrocious. I don't know about rubbish.
I was being polite.
I thought we were going to have to get rubber dinghy out and armbands. So yeah, it's not been good for anything today. It's a good job we hadn't got anything planned or going away for bank holiday weekend, because it is bank holiday weekend. So, but by all accounts, Chris had the radio on this afternoon, and M62 were busy and M1 were busy, and you know, everybody's, I don't know, is everybody else going away for weekend? But you know, it's never stopped raining here, has it? Well, but yeah, I says to Chris, I says, we don't normally go away for bank holiday, but I says, I'm glad I'm not going anywhere. One, because of weather, and two, apparently all M1 and M62 and everything yeah. But the thing is, Sonia, same as I said, you know, it's been a crappy day to go anywhere. Even, you know, if you're just going down to the shop, you know, you need your Wellington boots and your raincoat on, and you know, it's been one of them days, hasn't it? You know, you've either got to wait for it to stop raining and then nip out, or brave it and go while it's raining. So I'm glad we hadn't really got anything. Hi, Amjad. So we're just on about the weather. I don't know about where you are, Amjad, but it's been absolutely peeing it down all day today. And when I mean all day, I mean all day, more or less. So yeah, we thought at one point we're going to have to get a canoe out and armbands.
I thought we'd have to get HMS Sheffield out.
But yeah, it says it's raining here in London too. But Yeah.
Relaxation duty.
So yeah, I says to Chris, I says, I'm just glad we hadn't, you know, got anything planned for, obviously, because it's the bank holiday weekend. And I says, I'm glad we aren't going anywhere because it'd be crap wherever we go. So,
Well, you know.
yeah, so, you know, I mean, has anybody got anything planned? You know, we're not doing anything really, are we?
No.
Just chilling out, and Chris wants the weather to brighten up a little bit so we can get out with either the drone or the camera.
Or both.
Or both. So, well, when you say open,
There he is. He's going to pester all weekend.
Oh dear. So yes, hello Steve, by the way. I'm glad I didn't feel today like I did yesterday, because I felt absolute crap all day yesterday. I ended up, I were in bed most of it yesterday, just felt crap. Where's Kate? Kate hasn't been very well, to be honest with you, Amjad. I have sort of been speaking to her on Messenger. You know, she's had really bad migraines and yeah, Preston Manor. She says it were closed and they hope to open by September. But yeah, I mean, I have been sort of talking to her via Messenger, and you know, she was saying that she weren't feeling very well. So yeah, so I'm glad sort of in a way I weren't streaming last night, because I'd rather have cancelled it otherwise. I just felt.
Hi, sexy. I've got some words with that, Steve.
What's wrong with me, or what's wrong with Kate? Nothing's wrong with me now, but like yesterday, from the get-go, getting up, I felt, I just felt like headachy, and I got up for a couple of hours, and I said to Chris, I said, I'm going to have to go back to bed. I said, you know, I feel absolutely, I just didn't feel myself, you know what I mean? But like, you know, decentish night's sleep, and you know, I felt like 99.9% better than I did yesterday. So yeah, but I don't know whether it's changing weather or what it is, you know what I mean? I do have a lot of trouble with my sinuses, so it will like all across here, and I just couldn't shake it. I am a lady, how are you? She says, I've been out, it wasn't exciting, but the car's been done. Well, that's good. That's, you know, that's one thing off your to-do list.
Did you meet any sexy mechanics?
So yeah. But I says to Chris last night, I says, I'm just glad that, you know, I'm not streaming tonight, because well, put it this way, when it come round to 4 o'clock, I still hadn't had anything to eat. I just didn't feel myself, you know what I mean? I felt out of sorts, let's just say that, you know what I mean? I can't sort of pinpoint. I just felt, you know, I didn't feel myself. But you know, Well, I can't say I got up all invigorated because I didn't, but I just, I don't know.
Steve said, okay, that we went last tonight. I said, we're moving in at Steve.
But my lady was saying on Wednesday evening stream, Sonia, that she hadn't been out for 25 weeks, and she says, I'm braving it. I'm going out on Friday. She says, nowhere exciting. Hi, Dolores, how are you?
Hello, Dolores.
She says, nowhere exciting. She says, I'm just taking car for MOT, but it's the first time she's been out in 25 weeks. So yeah, so yeah, so she says she's been out and it weren't exciting, but the car's been MOT'd, so all's good. So she'll probably be another 25 weeks before she goes out again. Hi, Dr. Smith, how are you?
Hello, Dr. Smith.
But yeah, I'm just glad that I hadn't got a live stream planned for last night because there were no way. Oh dear. But I mean, the furthest my lady's been, like, she's been out in the garden, blah blah blah, you know what I mean? But it's first time she's ventured out, let's just say. But speaking of Sky TV football, Gordon Bennett. Whoop to do. Don't seem to have had a very long break. This is a hello fella in the background.
Hello, Dr. Smith.
But it's it's just, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Being along all 25 weeks, well, this is it. But I mean, it's a case of, if you've got to go and have your MOT done, you've got to have it done. This sort of, you have to bite the bullet and go and get it done. You know what I mean? And then that's that way for another year. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, it's to say we're supposed to be in the height of our summer. To look at it today, you wouldn't think so. It's never stopped raining all day. And it's not exactly warm either. It's oh dear.
The warm at one can of Foster's.
Dancing. I'm all on walking, Steve, let alone dancing. He says you need to go out dancing, Miss Jeanette. I said, dancing? I said, I'm all on walking, let alone dancing. So yeah. It's hard to put that one leg in front of other. Oh, car's been stood for 5 months. It's wonder battery weren't flat then, my lady. When where you've been going out and starting it, or occasionally, I'm surprised battery weren't flat. Oh, I can't wait till it's dark at 4 p.m.
Boom.
But I mean, like Chris said tonight, I mean, 8:30 and it were dark, and normally it's light till about 9:30. So he says you can tell night's just drawing in a little bit. He says because it's getting dark. I have a pint in the icebox. Lol, you and my lady and Bella needs to get out drinking.
Well, Oh, can you imagine them three?
I was going to say,
Bloody hell.
none on us a drink for a start. So, well, I do occasionally.
Watch out, the Three Stooges are about.
It was a new battery, but I did start it up. Well, this is it. You know, we saying it was stood 5 months. I thought, you know, it's surprising it started up. We're not, you know, but it's like in winter you have to keep going out and sort of turning it over. You know what I mean? Just to make sure it's on par, if you know what I mean. I had maybe 12 last. When were it? Monday. I'm still not doing cartwheels yet. Still waiting for it to kick in. It's all right. What Chris is on about, my B12 injection. I think it were Monday, weren't it?
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting for it to kick in. I'm a lot older than, well, when I say a lot older than you, are you good people old like me? Well, in 4 weeks I'll be 58. This was first MOT 3 years. Oh, it's only 3 years old, is it? Lenore Unstoppable Dream Scented Wax Melt. Wow. But yeah, you know, I'm 58 next birthday, so yeah, so I'm mega old. But yeah, on 22nd of September I'll be 58. And thank you very much. He says you don't look it. Well, put it this way, I might not look it, but I feel it. Oh dear. You know what I mean? My body thinks it's about 98, but my mind still thinks it's about 28. Yes. Oh, you're still a baby. 48, that's young. Oh dear. And yes, here's my toy boy. Is 49 in November, and I'm 58 next month. So yeah. But yeah. Well, I mean, you know, we've got this saying, you're only as old as the person that you feel. So nature's beauty, Sonia's 51. So there you go. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's yeah, right, you wish. He says he's 29 in November.
Well, that's what you.
Steve says I'll be 97 in January.
Steve needs a toy boy.
Yeah. So my lady's on the market for a toy boy.
So you said he's going to be 97 in January. 97, Steve. Oh, you're sure, lad. It's because I keep bumping vanilla and bakery scents. Then I thought
burning.
What?
It says it's because I keep burning vanilla and bakery scents. Then I thought I will give the vanilla scents a good break and stick with Lenore.
Well, I'm a washing powder.
It says, lol, I don't think I'll make it to 67. So there you go. So it were fibbing.
It were.
So you're not that far in front of me then, Steve. So but yeah, you know, I mean, I get told that, you know, yeah, you don't look it, but I sure feel like it. I'm the oldest here, I bet. Oh. So you've got to let us know how old you are then, my lady. It's not washing powder. Oh my God, it's the wax melt.
I was joking.
Oh, it's 62 in January. I was born in 1962.
I feel 162. Snap. I feel 449.
I totally resonate with you there, Steve. Like yesterday, I felt, you know, I had to check my pulse to make sure I was still alive. Oh, my lady were born in 1956.
Ooh.
So she's 3 years older than Steve. So she's 65. 65. And yeah, I'm just the baby because she's only 20. Pardon me. So yeah.
Right, we just need your name, address, bank details, and everything.
Oh, 64. Well, I went far off. I were only a year. So it's late at night, and you know that's my excuse. Or I'm just a sweet little toddler. Oh, we ran. Oh, he's a naughty boy. Steve says he ran away from home when he was 14. Oh dear.
As a teenager. Oh dear. That's not good.
Lived on the streets of Chicago. Was oh, I like my own comforts too much to run away. So yeah, I mean, I often said, because me and my sister were always arguing, and you know, I used to say, "Oh, I'm running away," you know, I'm running away. Nobody loves me here, and nobody wants me here, and all this and all the. And I thought better of it, and thought, "Sorry, I'll run away another day," and I never did. Well, I think what she means, Amjad, is because we all is in his 50s and late 40s and 60s to, you know, outside of us lot, you are a toddler, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, she says it were meant to be funny, but I know where the, you know, the joke are it were meant because we are all, you know, in his 50s, 60s and late 40s, you know, and outside of us lot, you know, Amjad is a toddler. You know,
If I've got 20 odd years on you, I'm done.
but it's like our son. I mean, he's 18 this year, so I mean, he's not far behind you, Amjad. So, you know, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You have to, while you're here on this planet, you have to make the most of your life, and you know. So what? So what about the ice cream? What ice cream?
What about the ice cream?
What about ice cream, Steve?
Is it getting kinky?
I don't know.
I reckon it is.
You know, oh dear.
filled up quite now.
Yeah, we're waiting. Gucci, Gucci, goo. No, that's a baby Amjad, not a toddler.
Oh dear.
But so come on then, Steve. Tell us what you meant by, what about the ice cream? Is it? Sonia's put Oh dear.
Oh, doctor say you can't have no ice cream. That's why.
Yeah. So you're not allowed. So you're sort of pining after the one thing that doctor said you can't have. Oh dear. So, by the way, before I think about it, how I said I'd ordered something off for Amazon the other night. It came yesterday. So this is it. Look, it says stainless steel pastry blender. So there you go. That exactly what it does. But I cheat and have Cheerios. So yeah, so this is exactly what it is. It's like these. I'll just turn it on its side so you can see exactly what it's like a serrated thing. And the thing is, when you cube your your butter, it's basically to save your hands getting dirty. You use that to rub the butter. So yeah, so that's basically what it is, and it's basically to save you getting your hands dirty. When you're mixing the pastry. And I laughed, Killer. So yeah, so in fact, I'll take it off of this card and I'll show you. It's all right. It came yesterday, and when all's said and done, it's to stop you from getting all, like when you're rubbing butter into the flour. It's basically so your hands don't get all like things. So you when you do that, and it basically cuts your butter up and mixes it into the flour. So yeah, so that's basically all it is. You just put that in, like when you're making crumble, or you're making, rubbing butter into the flour to make pastry. That it basically. Well, just call me the tech guru. It's not tech. It were about $3.99, I think. But same as I said to Chris, with me having arthritis in my hands, it's such a struggle when I'm rubbing butter into the flour. So basically, this does it all for you. So yeah, so that's a pastry blender, and it basically does rubs the cuts the butter in, into small pieces and actually rubs it in for you. So yeah, for the sake of $3.99, I thought, well, you can't go wrong. So there you go. So yeah, so that'll save a lot of time when I'm making the pastry. Yeah. normally, my lady, I'd put it in the food processor, but there's such a lot of little bits, like you've got to take the blade out, you've got to take, there's so much to wash when you're using a food processor. And I thought, well, that's just one implement. I'm saving my hands from getting all butter stuck to my fingers, and for the sake of $3.99, you can't go wrong. It's saving, having to wash all food processor out, and you just having to wash the one thing, but it's doing the same sort of job. Yeah, it's just, we say take the notice, Sonia. We just don't take any notice. But yeah. But same as I said, like what, like a simple gadget to invent, and it's simplicity in itself. Yeah, it is. Especially if you're like me, my lady, and I've more so in my left hand than my right hand. The arthritis is bad. So can it download music? Yeah, I can whack you around here with it and it'll be ringing in your ears. So yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so like if I were to rub the butter in manually, I have to do it with one hand, which is my right hand, which is the best of the two hands. Can you shave with it? You could try, Steve. Oh dear. But for the simplicity of it and the price of it, you can't grumble. And if it's like same as I've said, such as me, that what are we discussing? I've got a new toy.
Oh, don't wake it up.
So does Wakey know what that is? What is it used for? And it's not a torture. It's not a torture implement either. So yeah, let's see if Wakey knows what it is. So and they're not posh knuckle dusters either. Miss Jeanette's got new eyelash curlers. They're in.
Bella.
Hiya, Bella. Sonia says it's Tomas. Yeah, it's a posh knuckle. Well, Mr. Wakey has more or less got it spot on there. Miss Dr. Smith, we just take the notice because it's just, it is called a pastry blender. So yeah, it's basically, it saves time and effort when you like when you've got to rub, when you're making pastry or you're making a crumble, it saves all the effort of, I mean, I've just said like I normally I put it in a food processor, but there's sort of that many bits and things to the food processor. You're thinking to yourself, well, is it worth it? I'm just trying to make some pastry. So this were about $3.99 off Amazon. Would be great for doing. Well, this is it. You can either make pastry with it or you can make crumble with it. It's for both. And it's basically it, you do that and it chops the butter up and it rubs it into the flour. So Bella, where did you get it from? Ann Summers? No, it were off Amazon actually, Bella. It's to save me old hands from having to rub butter into flour. So yeah. Same as I've just been saying, you know, with me having arthritis in my hands, if I make pastry or I make a crumble, I have to do it one-handed because my other one don't work. So yeah. So, you know, I could do it in my food processor, but this, you know, you've got to take lid off, you've got thing to wash, you've got actual bowl, lid, cutter, you know what I mean? Is showing her torture toys again, Bella. But yeah, that's basically it. It was $3.99 off for Amazon. And it's basically, it's ergonomical as well because I can grip it with my hand. And I can, you know, rub butter in. By the way, Pixie, what's a vibrator? But yeah, you know, it's Andy. Oh, my new toy arrived today.
Right, your vibrator.
I know Gordo trying to tell us it's a bacon accessory. Oh dear. But yes, I will demonstrate it one of these days and show you how easy it. Hiya, Kate, how are you?
Hey, Casey.
So yes, you've just missed me showing them my new purchase off her Amazon. So everybody's been asking about you, Kate. I just said to them tonight, you haven't been very well. So yeah, so yeah, it's a pastry. What's it called again? A pastry blender. So it's for rubbing in butter into the flour. So yeah, you hold it like that, Kate. You put your butter into your flour. Oh, it's new sound system. And basically, you just do that with it, Kate, and it rubs. Well, it mixes the butter in with the flour. So it basically rubs the butter into your flour. So, yeah, for sake of about $3.99, you know, it just saves time and effort. Let's just say. Oh, that was a good shot. So yeah. But Steve Roney on about saying me, Bella, and my lady all need to go out for on Raz of a night drinking. So I says, well, you'll have a job. I says, because none of us drink.
Don't be to say you have to have a drink to have a good time.
Well, that's it. Hiya, Becky.
Hello, Becky.
Yeah, but I ain't really, Becky.
It says here.
I ain't really.
135, look at the one. It's going down now.
But it was like me yesterday. I don't know what was wrong with me. I got up and I was only up about 2 hours and I went back to bed, and I were in bed most of the day. I just didn't feel myself at all yesterday. Banging head. And I'll tell you what it was like. You know, like when you can hear whooshing at sea and it's going and my head was just like that yesterday. And that's the only way I can explain it. I don't know whether it's my ears, whether it's my sinuses or what it is, but I just felt absolutely crap yesterday. You could do a cookbook and be the new Nigella Lawson. what's but yeah, that's how I felt yesterday, Kate. It was like I could hear blood pumping round my head, and I didn't know whether it were my ears or whether it my head or what it were. But that's the best way I can you know, that's the best way I can explain it to you. I didn't know whether it were my ears, whether it were my head, or.
Click on that one, Bobby.
I am actually Hazy. Somebody's playing silly beggars, but so we just take the notice. It's not been too bad here. It's not cold, but it's not red hot either. So I'm just going to have a look at that link. What Wakey's put in.
I've got 3 cows.
Oh yeah, I've seen them actually, Wakey. It's like a stainless steel Danish dough whisk blender. So yeah, I've seen one of them actually. But when I bought, can you remember Pixie's got 3 accounts.
I know what your problem is over Pixie.
But he's got, you see, where DJ Pixie in the Mix and United Talk is the one that him and Callum set up, well, changed DJ Pixie in the Mix where United Talk, but that your space, it's one that, you know. He don't very often use them, Kate, but she does. She does love you, really. But
okay, see the projector and screen.
Ooh. I've only fitted it temporary just to check it all works correctly. I need to order some proper speaker plugs. Oh. Oh. Yeah. She says I do, my love. Oh dear.
Oh God, I've got a cat now. Wet. I've got wet pussy.
Don't let Becky say that. He's got a wet pussy, Becky.
Wet pussy.
Well, he's got 3 channels, but that your space, no subscribers, no nothing, Bella. And then the one
actually your space has got 2 subscribers.
Oh, sorry.
Pixie and Callum.
Yeah. So anyway, the other one that he did have, the DJ Pixie in the Mix, he swapped that to United Talk. I've all on with the one, let alone more than one.
Yeah, how often do I use others?
No, we don't very often. No, we don't very often use them. So yeah, Wakey, that link that Wakey put in, it were a whisk, and when I ordered the little small whiskey thing that I bought, I were undecided whether or not to get the one that I got or that one that Wakey put in the link in for. But well, put it this way, Bella, it's a good job we weren't coming over to yours. It goes back on the 7th, a week on Monday, I think it is. I think it's a week on Monday. Is it a week on Monday? Yeah, because it's first on Monday, isn't it? Is it first? No, it's first on Tuesday. So yeah, it's a week on Monday when it goes back. You can't wait, Kate. It's been that. I bet Wakey's thinking now. I wonder if anybody knows what one of them is.
What?
Well, I don't know how to. It's like, you know, when you both man and woman.
Hermaphrodites.
Yeah.
That's both in one, isn't it?
Yeah.
£2 price for one.
Yeah. Callum sat down with me other day, Kate, and he says, Mum, he says, I can't wait to go back to college on 7th. He says, you know, he says, I just want to get back to some normality. You know, if you can call it normality, you know what I mean? So Chris is going to take him, you know, down to Own Bargains or whatever this weekend. He needs a new pencil case. He's got some pens, some pencils, a ruler and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I've got a nice recipe for you, Wakey. Do you like chocolate banana bread? Because I made chocolate banana bread. So yeah, but it's in freezer. So yeah, I made it and then I put it in freezer. I've got 2 crumbles in freezer as well.
That's buried in bottom of the freezer, that.
What?
Yeah, banana bread thing.
It is, it's right in bottom of chest freezer.
Thought so.
Becca said if they stop the kids going back to school next week, she's going to throw herself in the Thames. But yeah, I says to Chris, I says it's a good job we weren't going to Bella and Baz as I wrote this weekend, because Chris put radio on this afternoon, and but this it's like a chocolate loaf, Wakey, but you put mashed. Obviously, I did my bananas in food processor, but you add chocolate chips as well. Well, on top of it, anyway. But yeah. But so yeah, so I says, I think I'm making blueberry muffins with a cinnamon topping on Tuesday.
Yeah, so what did Chris hear on radio? Because you got.
Yeah, Chris heard on the Chris had got the radio on, and it says, I don't know whether it's because it's a bank holiday weekend or what it is, or they know something that we don't, but the M62 and the M1 were absolutely chock-a-block. So,
bank holiday. Yuck.
Yuck. What, blueberry muffins with cinnamon topping?
Just add some beetroot to it, Wakey, you'll be well away, lad.
Kate says they went to uniform shop the other day, was quite queuing outside. He couldn't try it on and had to go home. Blazer didn't fit, so he had to take it back. Apparently the blazer he tried on goes in quarantine for a while. Oh, Jeanette, that's a great one. Everyone will love it. Yeah. Well, you see, I was going to make because I told Tracy I'd make flapjacks. But I says to Chris after I'd shut the baking live stream down on Tuesday, once you've done the actual flapjacks, they have to be in oven for 45 minutes, and then you've got to wait 30 minutes to cool down, and then you add the chocolate on top. So you know, it won't be feasible to do it on a live stream. So basically, I says I'll probably do a vlog of me making it. Are you having a clear out then, Kate? She says she's got some old Toys of Harry's up for sale now. But I love blueberries. They are my favourite fruit. But that's why I bought that actually, Bella, because the cinnamon topping is like a bit like a crumble like mixture, and basically you put it on top of the blueberries before they actually go in oven. Again, talking about food, lol, you're killing me. So yeah, so when they cooked, obviously we like having like a cinnamon topping the like lovely and crunchy. Oh, but you see that's the thing, Wakey. I can't stand grapefruit. You know, ugh. But Bella, are you hinting?
Is that another one to list?
Yeah, that. Where's my pen? I've got a list as long as my arm. What?
Pen, I think you need an SD card. I don't know about a pen.
What, a 64 gigabyte?
500.
I have blueberry scented tea lights in my cupboard. Might have to use them as wax melts on. Ooh,
there you go, Bella. You can nip down to Amjad's.
But yeah, I mean, you know, that is one thing I do not like. I do not like grapefruit. No. Oh, muffins. But yeah, I mean, they're not just any ordinary muffins. The cinnamon topped muffins. So yeah. But I thought, you know, I can't remember how long I've had this recipe, but I thought, oh, it'd just be a nice live stream recipe to do. So yeah, oh, Becky says, Amjad, have you ever thought of making your own candles?
Ooh.
So oh no, I can't do tart, Wakey. No. My stomach won't thank me for it anyway. Think I might have a cornet. We've got some crunchy lollies.
I know, that's all. I'm collaborating with this then.
So yeah, we've got crunchy ice lollies. So but yeah, you know, I thought I come across it and I thought, oh, you know, I've got all the ingredients for it. And that's hence the reason why I've actually bought that pastry cutter, because obviously the topping is a bit like a crumble, but it's like cinnamon flavoured crumble. Just one cornetto. Oh dear, Dad's thought about it, but he's got loads at the moment. But I mean, it might be something, you know.
Plug them on Facebook.
You know, I mean, it might be some, you know, you could look at. I mean, I think candles is relatively easy. It's, you know, I mean, like a normal candle, I would imagine that it's easy enough to think. But when you start talking about,
don't you tempt me, Bella.
give it 5 minutes and Chris will be over her shoulder with a crunchy lolly in his gob. Hiya, Mark, how are you?
I don't know,
lad. All right, I'm burning blueberry tea lights as wax melts on Tuesday's baking stream. Well, this is it. This is it, Amjad. You know, when it's a specific recipe where you can use frozen blueberries. But as anyone knows, I've always got frozen strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries. I've always got them in freezer anyway. So yeah, so it's specifically made for frozen blueberries. So, and then it's like crumbly topping. When you come in what? But Oh, I'm making them on Tuesday evening. I do a baking live stream on a Tuesday evening. Yes. Steve's in dreamland again. He's put blueberry muffins, egg over easy, big cold glass of milk, bacon and sausage, and a big Belgian waffle. He's dreaming of food again. So you know, Steve dreams of food that he can't have. But yeah, so I'll be making them Tuesday evening. You know, relatively easy to make. No, Steve, OTT. Basically, for birthdays, I will burn birthday cake scented wax melt, and for baking streams, I will whatever fruit scents I have. No, there's no chocolate in it, Mark. It's just your basic blueberry muffin, but the cinnamon topping it's a bit like a crumble. You actually put it on top of the muffins before you bake them, so it makes it like a crunchy topping to the muffins. So yeah. Oh, and coffee. So you're having a glass of milk and a cup of coffee as well, Steve? See, he's got it were too.
Crunchy blast.
He couldn't resist.
I couldn't. Bella's fault. She encouraged me.
Yeah, you don't need any encouragement.
Look at that.
Bella says just the coffee for me, Steve. I bet you wouldn't say no to a bit of flapjack, Bella. My speciality. Steve says, Chris, stop that, you tease. And Bella says, see, I told you. He didn't put it in his gob though, Bella. To be fair, he just dangled it in front of camera. Oh dear. But yeah, I mean, any further on from that, I mean, I you know, same as Chris says, normally I don't decide until weekend before I'm doing the baking stream on a Tuesday. You should get special guest on your live. I do sometimes, Mark. I mean, Johnny were on my panel on Monday, weren't it? And it all depends, you know, who's round and about. He says all of you are trying to kill me. Oh dear. Would we do that? It's all right. I TikTok Unleashed. So yeah, Chris is teasing everyone. He's just got a crunchy lolly out at freezer. So he's just been dangling it in front of camera and teasing everyone. But you see, the thing is, Mark, I'm a bit dubious because when Johnny come on Monday, we got a lot of TROLLS trying to come onto the panel. So, oh, okay then. Same to you, Wakey. See you later. Yeah, Bella says he saves that for when me and Jeanette have a private chat. Then I get all the munching sound effects and everything. But is one that we added each other the other day. But yeah, I mean, when Johnny came on the panel on Monday, I put the link in the chat. Well, I've got loads of mods in, but it's the fact that I had to put the link in the chat to the StreamYard, and there were, it's there were quite a few trying to get. I mean, what they don't realise is the fact that on StreamYards I have to actually add them to the stream, and obviously once I seen they were, messing about, I just removed them. So it's a case of I think in future, if I do have a guest on, I'm going to do it via email rather than putting it in the chat and getting all on sundry trying to get on the panel. And they were quite not, how can I put it? They were quite nasty.
Thick as two short planks.
Yeah. And one of them, actually, it came up as a YouTube verified account. Now, that account that it came up as was somebody that I'd banned probably a week or so ago. So, yeah. So it actually came up because I was trying to block this person or remove this person or block or remove. Yeah. And one that actually came in and it says Amjad Razik as Amjad, basically. So I'm a bit reluctant to put the link in the chat for that reason. But yeah, I mean, it's I mean, that's basically what I did. But then I don't know whether it were one of the aforementioned people. I got an email, and there were how can I put it, bordering on sexual harassment, let's just say. So yeah, so I am a bit reluctant. I'm just trying to explain why I'm reluctant to put it in the chat. So yeah, I mean, Ian's seen the email, so he knows what I'm talking about. Steve says, do you want me to shoot them for you? Oh dear. But yeah.
I'll wait for the sign.
No, we're all right. We're all right at the moment, Kate. Yeah, after you'd left on Monday, Johnny wanted to come up on panel, so we actually put the link in the chat to the StreamYards. Now there were, I don't know, about 3 or 4 that tried to come on, but basically, obviously, you have to wait in a back, back area, and I have to actually physically add them to the stream. Well, as soon as I seen that, they were, let's say, undesirables, I were removing them and blocking them, and Kate, don't get the sign, just do it. But Mark's been in 1 or 2 times, a bit quick because I'm always in the house. But yeah, Ian saw the email, and I did actually read it out because Johnny was still on panel when I actually got this email, and it were, let's say a bit sexually orientated. Yeah, I mean, Ian knows because I actually sent it to Ian. Well, I did send it to Ian, but I shown him. Yeah, he says I might not always chat, but I'm always, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's like for ages now, I've not had any trouble. I don't know whether I can, because you see, it being an email, Kate, I've just forwarded it to Ian because I know Ian's email address.
Does he know who your space is?
Yeah, it's Chris. That's one of his other accounts.
I'm scared of myself.
But it was, in fact, I'll read it. I'll read it out to you because I've got no to hide, and you know, let's just say it were a bit closer.
I do, yes.
It were a bit close to the bone, let's just say. So it's titled, "Hello, this is my confession." But I have blocked him. So yeah. I love you. You are so sexy, and every time I see my cock rises beyond the moon. I truly love you. You are my crush for years now. I love you so, so much. I want to kiss you. And then they've put in brackets, if that's okay. How polite of them. I want to caress you until I come. My cock yearns for you. Your supple features make me hard at the sight. You make my balls blue, but my heart bigger. I love you so, so much. Please respond. But obviously I didn't. Yeah. But Ian did a bit of digging for me, and he said it was were a spam email address. See you later, Mark.
See you, Mark.
He will be booted quicker than anything if he ain't blue like us.
Yeah, you've not made your space for spam.
But
that's just from Chris.
She says, "Oh, that's sweet, bless gulp." But you can see what I'm saying about it being sexually explicit. You know what I mean? But Johnny was taking Michael out of him, and he says I should go and get him seen to if they turn in blue. we were laughing his head off at it. But yeah, Johnny turned around and said, you know, if they're blue, I should go and get them checked out at doctors if I were you. So yeah, I mean, we laughed about it because there's no else you can do, really. You know what I mean? And I just take it with a pinch of salt. You know what I mean? Oh, pardon me. So yeah, so that were Monday. Yeah, it were Monday. But because we were getting, trying to come in backstage, Bella, and because I was just booting them and blocking them, obviously they must have gone on my about page and found my email address. Yeah. But that email address is now blocked from sending me any emails, but I've saved it because the thing is, Chris sort of said in background, well, my balls are blue and my heart's big, but I'm off to watch telly. See you later, Ian. You know, Chris was shouting out in background. He says, well, he says, you know, there's one thing. He says, you know, you've played right into his hands because now we've got that email address. If we take it to police, all they've got to do is search that IP address.
Which in turn leads to that home address.
So, and which in turn, same as Chris says, which in turn will be connected to a home address. So, you know, So that's that. But, you know, it did bother me. We just laughed about it. We did. You know, I mean, that's about how much it bothered me. But, you know, it's what a sad life they lead. You know, when they can't get to me one way or other, they resort to emailing me. Oh dear, one on each knee.
What are you doing on there? You don't want to block anybody on there, Tucker.
So yeah, you know, I mean, what? That's why now I'm reluctant to put the StreamYard thing in the chat. But you know, well, safe to say I haven't had any problems since. Because Chris shouted out, well, now we've got, you know, we can trace your IP address, and in that in turn can we could trace that back to home address. I think it put Willis up on, because I've not had note since. So but yeah, I mean, you know what Johnny's like, Kate. I mean, we were all taking Michael, we were. So we were just laughing about it. So you know, if anybody wants to come up on panel in future, I'm going to need you. Well, I know Bella's email and I know Ian's email, but anybody other than that, you know, I'm going to have to ask for your email. You know, can you send it me either in a private message or put your email in, you know, in chat, because I'm not taking any chances. Because there were about 3 or 4 on them tried coming on, Kate, but hiya Vanessa, how are you?
Hello, Vanessa.
Bella says, I've lost another one of my favourite mugs. If I don't find it, Baz's balls may be turning blue. Oh dear.
Will it be singing with a high-pitched voice, Bella?
Oh dear. Is it the weekend already? Well, near enough.
Mouse is feeling fast now. Whee.
Oh, that's good then. At least you're not got toothache anymore. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's same as I said to Chris, or same as we've said to each other. You know, if you don't laugh about it and you took it seriously, then, you know,
They just keep on coming and coming.
yeah, they just, if they see that it bothers you, which it don't, and it never has done. But you know what I mean? If you know, if you show them that it bothers you, then, you know, it makes it look like they've won. So, but I've kept it, you know, just in case there is any, you know, same as Chris says, it's not, at the end of the day, it's not worth going to police about it, because it's just sad gits in the mum's basement, you know what I mean? Yes. Yeah, you did, Dad, because they were 25% off towels. But we're on about the TROLLS, Vanessa. You know, they tried the best to, because Johnny 5 wanted to come up on the panel. I put the StreamYard's link in, and there were about 4 or 5 on them tried getting in, but obviously, you know, they didn't get on. I just removed them and blocked them, you know what I mean? It ran on about on Wednesday, Kate. Him and his auntie went into Wilco's, and she were, you know, all excited because towels were 25% off. Is that yours?
Not mine.
Oh. Okay then, Bella. I'll speak to you tomorrow.
You can't turn it
Yeah.
on. I don't know how to turn it on. Bella. Put the buttons on side.
It's
Hold it in.
Is it one of these? Yeah. I think it's that one, Callum.
Bottom one.
It is bottom one.
Yeah.
Yeah, power off. There you go. But yeah, you know, it's a case. Yeah. But yeah,
I can't drive. Bedfordshire means bed.
Yeah. When we say we're off to Bedfordshire, it means we're going up Wooden Hill to Bedfordshire, which means we're going upstairs to go to bed. It's an English saying.
So that to your missus tonight, Stephen. She wants she says.
Yeah.
I'm off to Bedfordshire.
No, get it right.
What?
We're off up Wooden Hill to Bedfordshire.
Wooden Hill.
Which is, it means I'm upstairs, I'm going to bed. But yeah, that were in Wilco's, Kate. I don't know exactly. But anyway, they were 25% off, and Amjad says his auntie were going, ooh, 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 and I says, did you say she's not with me? I said, did you just walk off and leave her to it? $5.25 big towels, 75p smaller towels,
25% off.
and 25% off.
Okay, saying it's sale still on.
Yeah, she says it's sale still on, but that's at Wilco's. But I think it was Wednesday evening Amjad were on about it, Kate, and I don't know when they went into Wilco's, but I would imagine so.
Should look at you gone upstairs. That's supposed to say Steve. Well, they're not for Karen Foster's.
So get a pen and paper, Steve, and remember all these sayings. Yeah, Amjad says yeah, because Kate says it's sale still on. So he said yeah. But yeah, get your pen and paper ready. It's off up the Wooden Hill to Bedfordshire.
Steve's still in.
He's probably writing it down. If you're wondering what this is, it's Iron Brew.
Iron Brew.
Well, Diet Iron Brew.
It
says, so me and my auntie were at Wilco. She was in the towel section. She started dancing because it was 25%. He says, I said to her, calm down, woman, it's only a towel.
I was that close to walking out the store.
But same as I says to Amjad, Kate, it's a woman thing with saving money and sales and things like that. You know, it's something typical that a woman would do.
Saving money and there's talking to a bloody woman for over an hour when they stood on aisle bloody 14 about bloody baking stuff.
I see it morning.
See in the morning.
But yeah, it's you know, you've got to understand, Amjad, it's a woman thing.
In the morning.
Me too, Kate. You would have seen my.
Yeah, you girl. Right?
But this is it, Kate. I mean, you know, it's.
Who smells apple pie?
Who?
Steve. I smell apple pie.
Oh, was your missus treating you to apple pie?
I'm coming over to Steve's. I'll see you in the morning. My favourite's apple pie.
But you know, I says to Amjad, I says it's a woman thing. You know, us women love as bargains, and you know, and if we're getting 25% off, even better. You know.
Good morning.
See you morning, Callum. But you know, and it's these simple things such as 25% off, and you know, and hunting down a bargain. You know, we're going raptures about it. So I might have to make an apple pie for pudding on Sunday.
That sounds like a lady with a plane.
Apple pie and custard, I think.
Ooh.
You just gave me an idea, Steve. I think I haven't made an apple pie in a few
Sorry,
weeks.
But the door will be locked and stay locked until the apple pie has been eaten.
Damn it, it was just the cat. So yes, I will be making an apple pie tomorrow, Steve.
I'll tell you what it tastes like, Steve. I'll send you an email.
Or better still, a video.
This is nice, Steve.
But yeah, I've got plenty of apples, so yeah. I'm just as imagine me at Asda and me dancing at the wax melts at 25% going, aye, aye. My mum would have walked off and said goodbye. Oh dear. Yeah.
The towel section is over there. Go over there while I have a look at these wax belts.
Yeah. But it's this is our lockdown stories, Amjad. You know what I mean? It's you know, I mean, you know, the fact that I'm showing my pastry blender or whatever it is, and I'm thinking, oh, I see me in toy, and you know what I mean? It's sending us all a bit gaga, you know what I mean?
A bit like, whoa. We had all gone loony. It was already loony. It just sent us that bit more loony.
We've all gone loony. You know what I mean? Oh dear.
What we like.
But yeah, same as Chris says. I mean, we're already a bit loony, Kate, but it's just tipped us over the edge. You know what I mean?
Most people make mistakes.
Oh dear. Hey, I forgot your charger. Oh.
I've lost mine. Oh, sorry, Tucker's lost mine.
It means his laptop charger. That's what I forgot to bring down. Just leave it on there, Callum.
Well, don't worry about your laptop charger.
No, I'm going to say you can leave that upstairs.
Oh, well.
But yeah, I mean, we've all gone a bit more loony than we normally are. He says, not me, I've been nuts for years. But I think what it is because of the lockdown, nobody's been allowed to, you know, go about the normal routine or whatever. And then first, I mean, it was like my lady, you know, she hadn't been out in 25 weeks. And, you know, it were it were only to take a car for MOT. But that was the first time she'd been out in 25 weeks. You know, it's and same as I said, the only place that I've been apart from doctors is when we went to Blackpool for a couple of days, and it were like you'd been released from prison. You know what I mean? You know, like people in prison, and then they come out and say, oh, fresh air and being able to do what I want when I want, blah, blah, blah. But you know what I mean? I've heard people sort of, you know, compare it to being released from prison. But, you know, because we've been cooped up for that long and not being able. One time I was at Manchester, my grandma's cousin did some singing. I was like, I'm leaving, goodbye. Oh dear, Ramjad. But you know, it's like you know, suddenly, you know, we've been let out of prison and, you know, yeah, we can't sort of do exactly what we want when we want, but, you know, it's just them few days away in Blackpool, you felt somewhat normal, let's just say, apart from sort of having to wear a mask everywhere you went. You know what I mean? It was, you felt somewhat normal. Oh, he says his grandma died in 2015. Oh, bless you. But this is what I keep saying, Kate. She says it's scary to think, will it ever go back to normal? And you know, it's a lot of the scientists are saying that it'll be years before we get shut of it 100%. You know what I mean? In some form or fashion, it's still going to be around for years. It says 5 hours here. It's Monday o'clock in 1979. Oh dear. Chris Roney a nipper then, Steve.
I know.
You're only 8 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We couldn't have had a relationship then because I would, I'd be
10 years.
I'd be 17.
17.
Yeah, and he'd only be 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's this virus could be around for years, and I don't think, even if they get a vaccine, I still think that, you know, I mean, obviously there's going to be some people that don't have the vaccine. There's going to be people that do have it. But even with the vaccine, you're still not 100% going to get shut of it. You know, and it's like, Callum has Sky Sports News on a lot, you know, and there's like, Formula One, some of them are testing positive. Golf, some are testing positive. Football, some are testing positive. Rugby, you know what I mean? And this is the thing that I was saying. Do you think that they've started up again too soon? You know what I mean?
Well, no, because it's all, everybody's going to say it's too soon. Whenever they
but what you know what I mean? You're still getting, like, you know, all forms of sportsmen are still testing positive for it. But they're on about from October, how many? 700.
Mm-hmm.
From about October, they're on about letting about 700 people go in football stadiums.
Well, apparently, there's a friendly going off. Oh, sugar, between Brighton and Chelsea, and they're they're going to let about 2,400 in.
Huh.
Social distancing.
But this is the thing, you know. I mean, it's like, same as I said to Chris. You know, some stadiums are built to hold 30,000. Let's just say, and you know, if they only let in a portion of that crowd go in, so you know, it's a case of really. Oh dear. I've just refreshed it because I didn't think anybody was chatting, so I refreshed it. I've got itchy nose. So I haven't actually got the chat up at the moment. Oh, I've got a nice time.
Oh.
I didn't before. It's not doing it.
You broke it.
Yeah, it's blue circle of death.
Oh.
So let me just go on to StreamYard and then I can see. Hi, Laurie. How are you?
Hello, Laurie.
He says, imagine me at the wax melt section in Asda getting excited at the sales and someone tapped me on. Oh, Kate's on series 9 of Shameless now. So yeah, you know.
Shameless now. I'm on to something else.
Oh yeah, it keeps flip flopping from one thing to another. You know, it gets a bit fed up. You know, yeah, watching Summit, and then you know it goes on Summit else.
I used to watch it back in the day anyway. It was a great program.
It's still waiting.
Refresh again.
Oh, something's happening.
What's happening?
Yeah.
The lights, camera, in action. You will see.
Gordon Bennett.
Camera,
I don't know what I've done here. It's gone on to full screen.
Press something that she shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Lucy's having a weekly brush.
Oh, we're right, but it still hasn't come up yet. I don't know whether this is still on or not because it don't look a very good.
You froze.
Casualty and Albit have stopped now. Kate, they're taking an extended break because they'd only got so many.
Yeah, it's still on.
Casualty, the last one was last Saturday, and Albie were, I think, week before last. So, but EastEnders is not back on yet. So, yeah, because they, you know, like our Emmerdale and Coronation Street filmed so many episodes in front, or like 6 weeks in front. Well, EastEnders didn't take that into account, so they weren't. So EastEnders has actually been off air for quite. So what they've been doing is they've been showing the old, you know, the old yeah, the old episodes. Yeah.
Is there anything you've missed?
So basically, I mean, more what I'm going to say, yeah, the ones that they're showing now, I've seen them anyway. So I've watched loads on Netflix. It's still going round.
It's still on.
Yeah, EastEnders is, but you see as well, Coronation Street have started doing like, you know, like I have 2 episodes on a Monday, 1 episode, or we're at 2 episodes on a Wednesday and 2 episodes on a Friday. But now what they've started doing is like icons, like they were, I think it were Sally, I think it were. And Emmerdale started to do it same thing, you know, families or Line of Duty showing again too. Or never even watched any of Line of Duty, so
I think I did.
But I don't know.
Sure it is.
No idea. But so yeah, you know, I mean, it's a case of you know, it's basically they doing what they've, you know, so people don't lose interest. I mean, apparently they have started filming EastEnders again because no, I don't, to be honest with you, Amjad. You know, according to what I've heard in Pipeline, Kat's back and yeah, Stacey's back. So you know, it's
Stacey got sent down.
No, she went up run, didn't she? Because
I don't watch that run.
Yeah, well, it were Martin that, or were it Stacey that it fell over Edwy or something, I don't know. And that's why she went on run. But according to, like, you know, these thingamajigs, Kat's coming back, Stacey's coming back, and then there was somebody else, I forgot now. So yeah. But the thing is it all going to be interrupted again because of these local lockdowns that we're getting? Yes, I do have all my toes. I'm going to say it just come out with... Chris says I am morphine, Steve. Is it affecting you? I've got itchy nose. Where
the hell did that come from?
Yeah, damn judge. She left because how they wrote her out of it was that she was having a baby in real life, but that's how they wrote her out of it because she fell off her head with no, I don't know, some sort of tool anyway.
Did he die, Phil, then?
No.
No. No, I don't watch that crap.
It's all right. I'm trying to explain to Chris what happened, and he says, "I don't know. I don't watch that crap." And he's getting me to explain.
Something to do with Phil. Yeah, there you go.
I forget where it were over now, weren't it? It were it.
His Greg's still in it.
Weren't Ben blackmailing Martin? Ben were blackmailing Martin, weren't he?
No, but actually be.
Yeah, I think that's how the storyline come about. It were Ben had told Martin to kill Keanu or something, but he'd let him escape. And I think Ben were blackmailing Martin. Well, I don't know. That's how it come about anyway. And Stacey hit him over the head with a wrench or something. And then she went on run because, you know, Martin to do a job on the boat. Yeah.
Well, I think I see the boat episode, or one of them. Because he got ringing in his ears, didn't he? What's his face?
She says something like that. I forget anyway. That's where she went out on it, even that, like, because you're having a baby in real life. That's how they wrote her out of it. But Amjad says he didn't like Mel. But there's quite a few gone out on it. I mean, Louise and Baby and her mum, they all went out on it, didn't they? And you know, so
there you go. Kate Mel wasn't annoying. What's 7 people in?
It says 6 on here.
It says 7 on here. I have 3 of them.
3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 of them. 3 But yeah, it's some, as I say, it's
Do you remember when then Emmerdale? I think it was Emmerdale,
yeah.
and that then people won a contract on a show for Emmerdale for this like family, this new family, and all original actors and everything didn't like them and they forced them out, didn't they?
I can't
You
remember.
remember that were a
No.
couple of years ago. That
I've been to bed since then.
that's how long I watched Emmerdale.
Yeah.
Hey, is Amos still in pub?
No.
Harry Walker still there?
That's in Coronation Street.
See, there you go. Knows how much I know.
Oh dear. But you know, I mean, by the time they get back to showing EastEnders, they have to have a recap on what happened before they went off air. Yeah. Kate says Barbara Windsor's in a care home. Yeah, I think she just recently went into a care home, didn't?
What, in real life?
Yeah.
Oh. Kate, babe left Sylvie by the canal in the rain. That was rude of her.
But it's when you think about it, over years, I mean, how long EastEnders has been going in Coronation Street and Emmerdale for that matter, how it's evolved. I mean, when Emmerdale first started airing it, were Emmerdale Farm. So then still watching Getting Dinner. It's all right, we're talking about English programmes here, Laurie. You know, they've been going that long that, you know, like back in day when Angie and Den were in it, and Pete Beale and Martin's dad and Pauline Fowler, and you know what I mean? And they were the good old days, let's just say. You know, and when Chris run about, you know, Amos being in pub and you know, when it were all about farming. I can't remember whether I did or not.
Where they found
See you later, Steve.
See you, Steve, mate. Where they found that old bloke dead in chair. I think it was then Stavros or whatever, isn't it? I don't know. Curly hair, that Greek one, Kathy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but you know, I mean, when it's like Ian Beale, when he were only a kid, and Sharon were only a kid. You know, and when you think now they still in it, and they like, I don't know, in the 50s now, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Sharon went out in it, and then she's been back in it. Ian Beale's been in it from the start, hasn't he?
Yeah. You know, Kathy went out on it for about 10 years, and then she's come back in. If I come back in, tell me I said hello. But the thing is, Kate, I mean, for a long while it's been known that she's I think she's gone deaf, and she's losing her eyesight as well. So I mean, when you think about it, it's not feasible for really to be in it. How can I put it? Because her eyesight's failing, her hearing's failing. You know what I mean? My favourite characters was Jean, Ronnie and Roxy, Tanya, Corey, Stacey, Kat, Phil, Sharon and Kathy. But Seb, as I say, you know, I mean, June Brown that plays Dot, she's in her 80s.
Dot said I was going to say sausage. Oh, that's the other one, isn't it?
That's Jean, that is.
Sausage surprise.
got to get a drink. Sorry about this. But yeah, you know,
I think she was peeled off because
she was a huge character from the beginning. They hadn't written her off, give her an ending. But yeah, they just sort of, I think, basically, they've left it open for her to come back. Should, you know, has she gone to stay with her son or something? But I think when all's said and done, I mean, she hasn't been in best health for quite a while now. Hiya, Miss Chick. How are you?
Oh, Miss Chick.
But yeah, it's all right. We're talking about EastEnders and Coronation Street and Emmerdale.
Glass of whiskey.
You know what I mean? It's but I mean, look at Peter Beale. I mean, how many actors has played him? How many actors has played Ben Mitchell? At least 3 or 4.
Yeah, but the very, very first Mitchell, what's his name?
Ben
Mitchell. They were right. Well, she got that wrong for the starters, didn't they?
But the thing is, it's like Maisie Smith that plays what's the name there with ginger hair? Tiffany. She's played Tiffany right from being a child. You know what I mean? You know, some of them have kept the original character, but like Ben Mitchell's been played by about 4 different people. Peter Beale's been played by about 4 different people. Bobby Beale's a different character when he came back into it. You know, it's you can't keep up with him. How many? I mean, it's like they're bringing Todd back into Coronation Street now. Him that Todd, not Todd. Him that played Todd, got into an altercation and they sacked him. Yeah, Martin's not the same Martin. Yeah, Martin's a different actor. But like the on about bringing Todd back into Coronation Street. Now that's you know, he's morphed into somebody else. You know, it's not the original Todd.
I am wrong.
It's the same character, but it's not the same actor.
Those are different.
But yeah, you know, there's 1 or 2 that have you know, Ian's been there all along. Sharon, they've played them, say, but there's 1 or 2 that have played. You know, they've brought different actors in to play that part. But yeah, you know, there's this storyline going off in EastEnders in Coronation Street now. Now, Bruno Langley, that's his name, who played Todd in. Bruno Langley played Todd in the original Coronation Street, but he got into an altercation, a fight or something, and that's how they wrote his character out of it, because they sacked him for it. Now they're bringing him back in, but they're bringing him back as with a different actor. Who's the lady in EastEnders? The one she was with Charlie. She speaks Irish. I forgot her name. I can't remember. Well, that's yeah. That's supposedly where Dot is. She supposes that's how they've sort of wrote Dot's character out of it. They were all this way. Sonia nicked her money. You you know, because this bloke in hospital were blackmailing because of Martin, and she nicked Dot's money, you see. So Dot found out, or somebody told Dot that it was Sonia that had nicked the money, and that's sort of how they wrote her out of it. She were going to stay with Charlie in Ireland. So you know, it's you know, it's but the thing is, you know, it's they bring these new sort of actors in that play these characters, and nobody seems to notice that they've turned into a different person. You know what I mean? It's you know, they just bring them in, and you know, yeah, I understand, you know, the fact that, you know, that they've you know, they're playing a character, but you know what I mean? It's a case of you know, it's a case of you know, how stupid do they think public are? You know, aren't they going to notice it's played by a different actor? But you see, this is the thing. I mean, they bought Ailey in as one of cousins, and then all of a sudden she's missing in action. You know what I mean? They don't sort of give any rhyme or reason why, you know, that this person's gone, or you know what I mean? They just disappear, and you know, it's a case of but if I'm honest with you, I think EastEnders has been falling behind in the ratings for some while now, because they haven't had this real story. How can I put it? Exciting storylines. You know what I mean? They haven't had no really exciting storylines. But you know, I think honestly they need to beef it up a bit, and I think by Kat and Stacey coming back into it, I think that'll sort of, because you know, like these awards, what they have, you know, they used to sweep board nearly every time EastEnders did, but it's they've sort of gone off kilter a bit. So you know, there's some. I mean, I agree with what Kate. She were a terrible actress, but I mean that was just one of the many mistakes. You know what I mean? It's you know what I mean? It's they've got to beef the storylines up a bit. Yeah, yeah. But the thing is, as well, I mean, it's like sometime or other they all use the same storylines. You know, there's either a rape, or there's somebody knocked down in a car accident, a hit and run and whatever. Oh, but it's like one way or other, they all do the same storyline at some time or other. You know, there's either a disaster, there's either a rape, there's either a long lost relative turns up. You know what I mean? And it's like in Emmerdale, Lydia with this, you know, she's found a birth mother and this, that, and other, and now she might have this life-threatening disease. You know what I mean? But somewhere along the line, they've all done the same storyline. Not all at the same time, obviously. Yeah. but it's like in Coronation Street, there were tram disaster. In Emmerdale, there were plane crash. You know what I mean? It's they all on the same lines. They all, But you see, that's one thing I don't watch, Miss Chick. I've never watched Hollyoaks in my life.
I can't get into Hollyoaks.
But I'm just laughing at you. But I think when all's said and done, I mean, the soaps, when they've got to, how can I put it? The writers have got to come up with the storylines. Oh, well, Emmerdale did a disaster not so long back. I think we'll do it. It's about time we did one. You know what I mean? Are all the soaps all connected with the same writers, or oh well, Emmerdale at plane disaster, Coronation Street will have a tram disaster, or
yeah, they've all got to up the ante.
Yeah.
So to speak.
I mean, when all's said and done, a lot of them, yeah, they do relate to real life, but then again, it's like in Emmerdale, Mandy's made a return. Now there's a storyline with her, and that lad he's not really a. See you later, Amjad. But somewhere along the line, like Carla Connor in Coronation Street, they found out that she was Johnny's. You know what I mean? The long lost relative thing, and somebody coming back from dead, and it's getting a bit old up now. So I used to like watching that, Gordo.
What's that?
He says we're doing a binge watch of Waterloo Road.
Waterloo? Good.
Yeah.
That's an old one.
Yeah, I used to, because Jane out to EastEnders were in Waterloo Road as well. So yeah, I mean, it's can't they come up with, it's like oh, yeah, you're going, Kate. I'll not be long before I'm shutting it down anyway. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm sure somebody is going to come on knocking on my door and say, well, can you remember me? I'm your lost mum or whatever. You know what I mean? It don't happen in real life. So I shall speak to you tomorrow, Kate. You know what I mean? It's some of the stories are unrealistic. But what I'm saying is, like, it come out at woodwork that Lydia were adopted, and the birth mother come into it, and she had, it's not realistic.
Too far-fetched.
I wonder what the life insurance is like in Corrie. Oh, will they insure you? But this is the thing, you know what I mean? It's like not so long back there were the what were it? The factory roof collapsed and whatever, you know what I mean? There's always a disaster in one or other soaps, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And there's some storylines aren't realistic at all, and it's supposed to portray real life. You know what I mean? You won't have things like that happening in real life. So, right, I'm going to get off, folks. It's 11 o'clock. I've been going 2 hours. So I want to thank everybody that came in, and thank you for another interesting evening. And I will, yeah, the dramatic scenes happen too close together to be real. Yeah. But it don't portray real life, does it? You know what I mean? So I will see everyone on Monday evening. I'm going to have the weekend to relax, and I shall see you all on Monday.
Night all.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Not doing no.